Operation management pertains to the idea of finding processes and managing your company in a way that helps transfer materials and work into quality services and products as quickly as possible. There are many different processes that you can pick from that, depending on your product and business, would help your business greatly. These different processes usually try to focus on four things: speed, efficiency, quality, and customer satisfaction. In this video, I will be focusing on a process called batch flow, or batch processing. This is a process that when making a product that is supposed to be similar or identical to each other, helps maximize efficiency and quality control for your product. There are many examples for batch flow, but for this video I'll be focusing on mostly food processes like baking and fast food, as they're the easiest ones to understand. Bread is definitely the easiest to understand example, as it's a very straightforward batch flow process. Bread is almost always made in batches due to efficiency. It is also a great example of how a batch flow process has evolved over time from a very tedious process to something that is so streamlined you are able to find a large assortment of different types of bread at any grocery store. When it comes to fast food places like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, or generally any other fast food place, batch flow is a very important process when it comes to these businesses. Fast food is meant to be fast, with a very large emphasis on similar quality. Because of the batch flow process, items at these restaurants are almost always the same quality whenever you go to them. This is due to the same processes that these companies have mastered over decades of perfection. And with using a batch flow process at a fast food place, changing your item is not made impossible, as the items are prepared in an almost assembly line type process. Though batch flow might make you wait longer depending on what type of change you want done to your meal. If you tell them you want your burger well done, then you will probably have to wait longer due to the burgers being cooked in batches. As you can see from this illustration, batch flow, depending on what you're making, can make the process a lot easier than, say, using a continuous process. With a continuous process, you're wasting time making one pizza and then just moving on to the next, while with a batch flow process, you're able to create more than one pizza at once. Though with any batch flow process there comes advantages and disadvantages, but depending on your type of business, these disadvantages should be a given. Some advantages for batch flow process include how employees are usually very skilled at their job, as they only have one job to worry about at once. Being able to do this job over and over and over again will mean that your employees will become very proficient when working as a group. Some disadvantages include having your process jammed if one part of the batch flow process goes bad, as you will have to wait for the process to start working again to continue your operation. One of the first issues that comes to mind are the ice cream machines at McDonald's. Offering these machines all day, anytime, means that some customers will be told no to their request for ice cream, as the machine has to undergo maintenance daily. One more disadvantage would be cleaning, as for each step in a batch flow process, especially at a fast food place, needs cleaning very frequently. Now, since you understand more about batch flow, we can move on to how it works with manufacturing, though it's not much different. When it comes to manufacturing a batch flow, it is almost very similar to other less complicated batch flow processes like baking, as the items being manufactured have to follow similar types of recipes that you would need if you were baking some bread. To put it simply, for any batch flow process, batch flow should allow volume to be high with functional product layout and include a good amount of variety when it comes to your product line. Now that you know more about batch flow, I hope it helps you understand and appreciate the effort and thought that goes into these processes. Batch flow is just one of many different processes and production methods that is used because of operational management. As you can see, operational management is critical when operating a business. As with batch flow, it is almost the entire business. Picking a process that works for your business, supply chain, employees, and customers is the very basis and groundwork that your business will require to operate. Knowing this information, I hope next time when you're at a fast food place or buying some bread at the bakery that you recognize and appreciate the batch flow process being used.